Good morning, student. This lecture in the chapter of retirement we will be solving sum number 12, which is given on page number 269 and 270. Let's see the sum. E, M and I are partners sharing profit and loss in the proportion in the ratio of 5:3:2. Balance sheet of their firm on 31/3/2017 was as under. Balance sheet is given to us and then it is written that I retired on 31/3/2017. Condition of retirement were as under. So we will be going through the given condition. Obviously these are adjustments and we will be marking adjustment according to their requirement. I's profit share will be gained by E and M in the ratio of 2:3. So this is just 2:3 is the gain share in which goodwill will be paid. Okay, goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 1 lakh, so we will be giving effect when we will do the sum. Third is bad debts reserve on debtor is to be increased by 10%. So put a tick mark near bad debts and mark it with 3 debtors in asset side. Then building valued rupees 1 lakh 110%. So building asset side it is given, we will mark 4 number there. Annual insurance premium of 24,000 is paid for, the value of machinery is to be reduced by 10%. So put a mark 5 near machinery in at asset side. And then annual insurance premium rupees 24,000 is paid for year ended on 36/2017. So the separate effect will be given for this. Then E and M will maintain their capital of the firm rupees 1 lakh in their new profit and loss sharing ratio after retirement of I. Prepare necessary accounts and balance sheet after retirement. Prepare necessary account and balance sheet after retirement. 2 times it is mentioned. Okay. So we will be making accounts accordingly. We have marked the adjustment, right? Well, one by one we will take items of balance sheet and we will record accordingly along with the effect of adjustment. So let us start with the liability side.
चल एक सेकंड ना.
So the first item at the liability side of balance sheet is given capital EMI 60,000, 30,000 and 50,000 respectively. So we will be writing this in their capital account. So here it is capital account, credit side by balance brought forward 60,000, 30,000 and 50,000. Okay, next item is reserve fund, which is given 50,000. Reserve fund, as we know, it is a reserve which is distributed among the partner at the time of retirement or reconstruction, right? So the old ratio is given to us 5:3:2. We will be distributing in that ratio. The total amount of reserve is 50,000. When I distribute in the ratio 5:3:2, I get 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000. So by reserve fund 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000 respectively. Next, workman profit sharing fund 30,000 and creditor rupees 70,000. Friends, workman profit sharing fund is a liability, creditor is also a liability, and there is no adjustment for both the items. So straight away those items will be recorded in the balance sheet asset side. Liability side. So here it is workman profit sharing fund 30,000 and creditors rupees 70,000. So here we have finished with the liability side. Now let us start with the asset side of balance sheet. The first item is given building, which is 1,20,000. Marked adjustment is adjustment number 4, which says the value of building is valued 110%. Building is given to us 1,20,000 and it is valued at 110%. So 110% of 1,20,000 will be 1,32,000. Okay, so new value will be 1,32,000. Old is 1,20,000. That means there is an increase of 12,000. Okay, so here it is building plus increase 12,000, building 1,20,000 plus increase 12,000, outer column 1,32,000, and this 12,000 being the profit will be credited to revaluation account. So here at the credit side of revaluation account by building rupees 12,000. Okay. Machinery given to us rupees 80,000. and adjustment number 5 says value of machinery is to be reduced by 10%. So very simple, we will be reducing the value of machine by 10%. It is given 80,000, 10% we will reduce, 10% of that will be 8,000. So outer column it will come 72,000, and that 8,000 is a loss will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is machinery 80,000 minus reduction. How much reduction? 10%. So 10% of 80,000, 8,000, outer column 72,000, and this 8,000 being loss will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is to revaluation account rupees 8,000. Okay, next item, revaluation account to machinery account rupees 8,000. Okay, next item. Stock is given 30,000 unchanged. There is no adjustment for stock, so directly we will be writing balance sheet stock rupees 30,000. Okay, debtors 40,000 minus BDR 2,000, 38,000 it is given, and adjustment says that adjustment number 3 says but debts reserve on debtor is to be increased by 10%. So BDR is to be increased by 10%, means whatever BDR is there, that BDR will continue along with the another 10% provision. So debtors are given rupees 40,000, 10% BDR we have to increase, so 4,000 we have to increase. Originally there is BDR of rupees 2,000, so total BDR will be 6,000. 2,000 already it was there, and 4,000 we need to increase. So minus BDR 6,000, 34,000. Now as there is an increase in BDR rupees 4,000, this is a provision. Increase in provision is one kind of loss. One kind of loss will be debited to revaluation account. So here it is to BDR rupees 4,000. Okay, next item. Next item we want to assess cash balance rupees 22,000. Cash balance we will be writing at the debit side of cash account. To balance brought forward 22,000. So we have finished with the balance sheet. Now we will take adjustment one by one. First of all, first and second adjustment. First adjustment says I's profit share will be gained by E and M in the ratio of 2:3, and second adjustment says goodwill of the firm is valued rupees 1 lakh. Now friends, this is the adjustment regarding goodwill payable to the retiring partner. Goodwill of the firm is given rupees 1 lakh, and gaining ratio is already given to us. So we will be directly distributing the goodwill among between the continuing partner. See the calculation. Firm's goodwill is given 1 lakh. I, who is retiring, I share in goodwill. I share was 2 by 10. So 1 lakh into 2 by 10, 20,000. And gain ratio is given to us, which is 2:3. So this 20,000 will be payable to I for goodwill, which will be paid by M and I E and M, which will be paid by E and M in the proportion of 2:3. So that will come rupees 8,000 and 12,000. 20,000 is distributed in the ratio of 2:3. So 20,000 into 2 by 5 and 20,000 into 3 by 5. 8,000 and 12,000. So rupees 8,000 and 12,000 we will be crediting to I's capital, and this individually these will be debited to E and M. So at the credit side of I's capital 8,000 and 12,000. When I write 8,000, I will write by E's capital account. When I write 12,000, I write M's capital account. And these two amounts will be debited to their capital account. So here it is to I's capital in the column of E 8,000 and in the column of M 12,000. So this was all about goodwill. Okay. Next item. Next adjustment is of bad debts reserve on debtor, is to be increased by 10%. So we have done with that. Building is valued, or we have finished it. Value of machinery is to be reduced by 10%. We have also completed this. Now the adjustment comes. Annual insurance premium of rupees 24,000 is paid for the year ended on 30/6/2017. It is given that annual insurance premium of 24,000, which will be ending on 30/6/2017, and this retirement procedure is we are doing on 31/3/2017. So there is an insurance premium which will be ending after 3 months. How many months? 3 months from today, right? So insurance premium will be ending on 30/6/2017, that is after 3 months. That means it is 3 months prepaid. How much it is? 3 months prepaid. And we very well know whatever insurance premium is given to us, we will have to assume that it is for 12 months. Okay, for 1 year. So 24,000 into 3 upon 12 will be 6,000. Yes, 6,000. So this 6,000 will be the prepaid insurance, which is one kind of income as of now for retiring firm, for the firm at the time of retirement of a partner. So this will be credited to revaluation account, and as it is a prepaid, so it will be written at the asset side of balance sheet. So here it is, the revaluation account credit side by prepaid insurance premium 6,000, and here asset side in balance sheet prepaid insurance premium rupees 6,000. Okay, next, last adjustment, E&M will maintain total capital of the firm rupees 1 lakh in new profit and loss sharing ratio after retirement of I. Prepare necessary account. Okay, so it is given to us that E&M will maintain total capital rupees 1 lakh, which should be in new ratio, but new ratio is not given to us, so we will have to find it. We are given with the old ratio and the gain ratio. So based on gain ratio, we will be finding gain share of E and M first of all. So gain share of E, how much it is? 2/10 into 2/5. 2/10 is the share of retiring partner. 2/10 is the share of retiring partner, and 2/5 is the gain share based on gain ratio. So 2/10 into 2/5, how much it comes? 4/50. Talk about M. Gain share will be 2/10 into 3/5. So 2/10 into 3/5. What is 2/10? 2/10 is the share of retiring partner, and 3/5 is the gain share based on gain ratio. So it comes 6/50. Now we know new share is old plus gain. So new share equals to old share plus gain share. If I talk about E, his old share was 5/10 and gain share is 4/50. So when I take LCM comes 50, 10 5 the 55 5 the 25, plus 5 1 51 the 51 4 the 4. So 25 plus 4, 29 upon 50. If I talk about M, 3/10 is their old share and 6/50 is the gain share, 50 is the LCM, 10 5 the 55, 3 the 15, and 15 1 the 51, 6 the 6. So 15 plus 6, 21 upon 50. So the new share are 29/50 and 21/50 respectively. We will remove denominator, so new ratio will be 29:21. Okay, now it is given that total capital of the firm is to be maintained rupees 1 lakh in the new ratio. New ratio is 29:21. So when I will find this, for M it will come 1 lakh into 29/50, that is 58,000, and for E, not for M, for E, and for M it comes 1 lakh into 21/50, that is 42,000. So this is the closing balance of capital they have to maintain. So here it is, two balance carry forward, 58,000 and 42,000. Okay friends, now what we have to do, first of all we have to deal with the account of retiring partner. But before dealing to the account of retiring partner, we need to close the revaluation account. So let us close the revaluation account. Here it is, machinery and BDR, total of debit side is 12,000, and building and prepaid insurance premium, total of credit side is 18,000. So 18,000 credit side is more, so there will be a difference of 6,000 at the debit side of revaluation account, which is known as revaluation profit on revaluation, which will be transferred to partners capital account in their old profit and loss sharing ratio, which is 5:3:2. So when I distribute 6,000 in the proportion of 5:3:2, I get 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Okay, so this it is written here, and it will be transferred to the capital account credit side. So credit side of capital account by revaluation, credit side of capital account by revaluation account, 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Now we will be closing retiring partner's capital account. Retiring partner is I, so his credit side we will find we are getting total 81,200, and there is nothing at the debit side, so total will be the difference, and that should be converted to loan, because nothing is given where to be paid in cash and how much to be paid in cash, how much to be converted in loan, nothing is given. so it will be converted into his loan. So to I's loan account 81,200, and this will be written at the liability side of balance sheet. I's loan account 81,200. Now friends, we need to close capital account. Generally when we close capital account, we find a difference, and that difference shows the closing balance, right? But here we have already calculated closing balance 58,000 and 42,000, right? So that we have already written 58,000 and 42,000, right? Now if there is any difference in the capital account of continuing partner, the effect will be given in cash, because nothing is mentioned. That means to maintain their capital 58,000 and 42,000, if there is any deficit, they will bring in cash, and if there is any surplus amount with the firm, they will withdraw. So that will be known when we will close the account. When I go to close M's account, M's debit side total is 52,000 and credit side the total is 46,800. 46,800. So the debit side total is more 54,000. I'll be writing 54,000 both the side, and difference 7,200. This difference will be given in cash. So by cash 7,200. What does this mean? To maintain his closing capital 42,000, he need to bring 7,200 in cash. Okay, let us talk about E. E's credit total is 88,000, whereas debit total is 66,000. So when I deduct credit 66,000 from 88,000, I get 22,000, which is the amount E will have to withdraw from the firm to maintain his capital 58,000. In short, after writing closing balance of capital, if there is any difference in the capital account of partner, we will be giving effect in cash. So here at the debit side of E's column to cash account 22,000, and here at the credit side of M's column by cash account 7,200. This will go at the debit side of cash account, and this will go at the credit side of cash account. So here it is debit side of cash account to M's capital 7,200 and credit side by E's capital 22,000. Okay friends, now we will be closing cash account. The debit total is 29,200, credit side only one amount is there, so difference 7,200 by balance carry forward, and this 7,200 is the closing balance of cash, will be written at the asset side of balance sheet. So here cash balance 7,200, and that capital, the closing capital we found, we will be writing here 58,000 and 42,000 1 So we have finished with everything. Now we will be making total of balance sheet. The total of balance sheet comes 2,81,200 both the side. So here we have finished with sum number 12. Next lecture we will be doing sum number 13. Thank you.